What's going on, Pisces? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your reading for the second half of October. We did miss the first half of October because I was out of commission. So I want to thank you guys for being patient with me, for understanding, for sending your love, your support, your messages to me, whether it was through YouTube or IG or emails. I appreciate everybody that reached out or just thought about me because I was missing MIA. But I'm back and I'm about to dive into your reading. Let's see what's happening. Sorry about the background noise. That is the heater. So hopefully you can hear me clearly. This is going to be a general reading and it may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. Like always, if it doesn't resonate, you can check out your rising or moon sign or one of the previous readings that I did for Pisces if you haven't seen that one yet. What else? I think that's everything. We're going to be hopping into your present energy right here like we always do it. This will be your main storyline. After that, we're going to hop into your futuristic energy on the left side. That'll be your supporting details also. And then at the end, we're wrapping it up with a fairy card. You got release. So let's do this, Pisces. Crowning your reading, we do have the Magician card clarified by the High Priestess. So two major arcanas that you're starting off with, and this explains it all, right? I think what's happening with Pisces right now is that there is something that you are manifesting the second half of October going into November that is really showing you that you're not just the dreamer, Pisces, right? Everybody calls Pisces the dreamer, right? But Pisces is really a visionary at the end of the day. But sometimes even us Pisces, right, we can mistake the dreams we have, the visions we have, right, for just daydreaming or just zoning out or just, our imagination, because we have very fluid imaginations, right? But there's something that you are in tune with, right? Your intuition, your connection to spirit, your connection to your higher self, your connection with your spirit guides or your spiritual team, your ancestors, whoever that could be for you, that is really coming to the surface and manifesting, right, with this Magician. It's something that you're bringing into reality that you thought was just a dream, right? That you thought was just an idea that you came up with and it seemed like a great idea, right? But something is about to happen, I feel, for the second half of October that is really here to prove to you that you are the visionary, right? You are the Magician. I also felt when I was shuffling your cards, I heard came through dripping, right? And if you guys ever heard that song by Cardi B, it's like came through dripping, right? And they just keep saying came through dripping the whole time. Dripping, by the way, is like a colloquial term that means like you are either dripping with jewelry, with ice, with diamonds, right? With expensive clothes or, high class, luxurious type of lifestyle, or it's talking about you dripping with swag, right? Dripping with confidence, dripping with this glow, this aura about yourself. And this is what I'm feeling with Pisces the second half of October. You are coming through dripping, right? I feel like a lot of you Pisces have went for a deep dive into the celestial waters, right? The astral realm, but you went deep. You took a dive into the astral plane, the astral waters, that the place that Pisces lives at, right? Which is represented by this High Priestess. She represents the depth, right? The secrets. This is the card of Pisces, by the way. And I feel like you guys went down deep for this deep swim, right? Which probably wasn't the easiest type of swim, because if you know anything about scuba diving, which I don't, but I imagine the deeper they get down, right? And I've heard anyway, the deeper you go down into the ocean, the pressure gets more and more, right? It's more pounds of pressure that gets added to you the deeper you dive, the deeper you go down. Also, what else happens? You lose contact with the light, so it gets darker. So you have these pounds of pressure on you, plus on top of that, you can't see anything because you can go so deep beneath the surface that light doesn't even shine down there anymore. Pisces. So I'm talking about some deep divers, right? If any of y'all tune in to Ralph Smart, I used to all the time, not as much now, but he used to always say deep or dive in deep. And he talks a lot about the deep divers. I think he's a Pisces, by the way. But these Pisces that I'm talking about, you guys have went for a deep swim. And it probably most likely could have happened in the first half of October. For me, that's kind of how it happened. I'm a Pisces, by the way, just in case you guys didn't catch it yet. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you were diving deep into these waters of the unknown, right? Into the astral plane, into the place where ideas are born, where visions are birthed, right? Where manifestations first take on their form, right? And now that you took that long swim down beneath the surface, you're coming back up and you're coming out of the water back onto land, and you're coming through dripping. Do you hear what I'm saying? Dripping with those celestial waters, right? Dripping with those astral energies, dripping with these ideas, these visions, these manifestations that are not just ideas anymore, but they're taking form into the 3D realm, right? Taking form into the material world. And I feel that this whole journey of you diving deep and coming back to the surface is to prove to yourself, right? It's like the universe, because these are major arcanas we talking about. So you were led to take this dive deep or this deep dive, right? Sorry, words mixed up. Just so you could come back up, or you could be brought back up to the surface, dripping with this water, dripping with this aura, dripping with this magic. The magician, right? Representing you guys, Pisces, full of magic is what I'm hearing. And you're bringing something, right, from out of the astral realm into earth, as above, so below, as within, so without, right? And you're working with these spiritual principles, you're working with these universal laws to manifest something rather large, something that you knew was coming, something that you had an idea was on its way, but you started to maybe doubt it, because you sometimes doubt, like I said, the dreams or the visions you have as just fancy ideas or your use of your imagination. But the universe is like, no, right? This is actually coming. This has actually been in the making. This has actually been forming behind the scenes. So this is about to come into reality, right? It's coming into fruition. Now, you have the Six of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. One of the major things that I do see happening for a lot of Pisces is this turnaround with your finances, this turnaround with your abundance. Ten of Pentacles is talking about abundance, right? Six of Pentacles is talking about being in a place where maybe you were at the mercy of others, right? Maybe you were in the place where you were not the lender, you were more of the borrower, right? This is what this card means. It could mean, reciprocation or equal give and take, but in this scenario, I'm feeling that it has more to do with the tables turning, right? Where maybe you were the person that was in need, you were the person that was asking, you were the person that was borrowing, needing help from others, but in this future energy with the Ten of Pentacles, you're about to take on this other position where you're helping, where you're in this place of lending, you're in this place of abundance, right? You're in the place where other people are coming to you for help, right? Ten of Pentacles here is talking about this manifestation. It's also talking about a certain completion of your finances, a certain completion of your financial status. And so a lot of you guys are coming and manifesting this brand new plateau of financial stability, financial freedom, starting to earn or attract finances and be at a place of abundance that you've never been at before, right? Because you've completed an older cycle of finances, right? And that older cycle of finances could have been where you didn't have enough, right? You were needing help, right? You were the person that, right, always needed the extra cash or needed somebody to put money with your money or blah, 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 right? But do you see the scales right there? Yeah, that's talking about the tables turning, right? That's talking about things coming into balance. That's talking about karmic retribution after a completion of a certain cycle. So for some of you guys, what you're manifesting, right? What you're bringing into fruition is something that you have envisioned for a while, and that is your abundance. The place that you're at where you're achieving a certain level of success and it is paying off financially, right? It's paying off in coins. So you're dripping in more ways than one, right? You're dripping with that confidence, dripping with the magic, dripping with these finances, dripping with substance, right? Material wealth. Heading into this Ten of Pentacles type of lifestyle, right? Where you're abundant. Yes. It's falling off of you. It's dripping. People can see. They notice it, right? For some of you guys, I'm definitely noticing the way that this person is dressed, right? Total turnaround, right? Maybe you were the person that didn't have that together, the wardrobe, right? Didn't have the color coordinating clothes, right? The fashion, the newest, latest, right? You were not looking fresh, but you knew that you were supposed to be looking fresh, right? And so with this scale here, it's like the pendulum is swinging the other way. And so now get ready for that whole wardrobe change or that whole new look where you're looking like money. You're smelling like money, Pisces, right? Like this is part of this manifestation. This is part of this magic that's happening around you because you went deep to pull something up back into the surface, back into the material world. And for a lot of you guys, this is abundance that's coming in, all right? There also is some communication that's coming in. And for a lot of you guys, the Eight of Wands here is talking about some confirmation that's confirming these visions, these ideas that you've had or the work that you've been doing or confirming, right, your level of abundance that's coming in. Because this communication that comes in, it's like it's coming in to you because you're taking on this Empress energy. So this is happening after this table turns, right? After you come from off the ground and you're the one standing up and you're the one sharing the coin, right? You're coming into that Empress energy, right? Which is very abundant, very fertile, very creative, very spiritual, very tuned in, right? And very attractive at the end of the day. This is that magnetic type of energy that the Empress always takes on because the Empress energy is the nurturer, right? And any nurturer has a level of magneticism to their personality, to their vibe, to their aura, to their energy field. And so this communication is coming in because you're taking on this vibe. You are coming through dripping, right, with this aura. Like I said, this Empress energy is very similar to the Magician energy that I feel, this glow, right, of abundance, this glow of resourcefulness, of confidence, of being in tune, right, with your intuition, with your gifts, with your higher self. So I feel this communication is coming in externally. It could be from a certain group of people. It could be from a certain person, right? It could be from organization, from business, from whatever. But this is some good news that's coming in because you're taking on this Empress energy. And I feel like it's some reports that are coming in, right? Whatever it could be symbolically, I feel like it's like some reports are coming in. You know, like how in old times the messengers used to come before the empress or the emperor, like this is what's happening, this is what's happening across the seas, this is the message that was sent, you know, from this other kingdom, this kingdom is going to war, or this kingdom wants to give you these gifts, this prince wants to present himself. You know, it's like all these things are coming in because you're taking on this empress role, and it's really, I'm feeling all great positive news that's coming in, and you're attracting it in because you are dripping with this magical aura, right? With this celestial astral type of energy that only the Pisces really, no, I can't say only the Pisces has, but with the Pisces taking on the archetype of the fish, right? It's like you guys can definitely go a lot deeper into this astral energy, more so than some other people can, more so than some other signs can, right? So this is what I'm feeling. You're attracting in this communication or these communications that are like messages coming in, confirming this aura, this new role that you're taking on, this powerful presence that you have, this confidence. And it's like confirmation, like, yeah, okay, oh, yeah, oh, well, it is true, right? Chris Anthony told me about it, and it's for sure because the confirmations are coming in, right? So this could be people recognizing that you're in that Empress type of energy, right? This could be some business offers or some financial opportunities, some job offers coming in, and anything that does come in as an offer is going to be coming in like it's coming into an empress, right? Not to somebody that's on the ground, right? Not somebody that's begging or needy, right? It's to somebody who already has it all. And that's a different type of energy, right? Because when you already have everything you need, the offers have to be higher for you to either consider it, right? This is kind of like that energy that you always hear people talk about, how the wealthy people or rich people, when they go places, they end up not paying for anything because people give it to them free, or people who are famous or something like that, right? It's like they end up not having to spend their money because everywhere they go, people are like, oh, you can get the suite, you can get the master suite, right? The penthouse, and it's on us, it's on the house, just because you're here, just because you bought this presence, this wealthy presence into my establishment. The dinner is on us, right? The hotel is on us. This is kind of like that energy because you've taken on this energy of wealthiness, right? You've taken on this energy of knowing who you are and representing that, and you have the material wealth here to match it. Yeah, so it's not just an idea or an imagination. This is like, no, this is real, right? Because sometimes we can take on the Empress energy, but at other times you can take on the material energy of the Empress, which is like really real life, like dressing like this and G'd up, right? And jewelry on, and hair looking fresh and shoes looking fresh and accessorized and all of that good stuff. Smelling good, right? This is what I'm seeing. Because a lot of this is talking about out of the spiritual, right? Out of the realm of creation into the realm of manifestation or reality, right? Pentacles talk about material, earth, 3D, reality. All right, so let's keep it moving, Pisces. We have the Death card clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a transformation, right? Like I said, this is a changing of the guards. This is a swinging of the pendulum that's happening here. This is a turning of the tables, right? A crossover that I feel that's happening. And if you can kind of notice this death card, when I look at it, I see like one thing dying off and another thing coming to life at the same time, right? Even symbolized by the sun starting to come up, starting to rise again. After a period where certain things were dark, were gloomy, something died off, something happened here, right? Where the same person that was in rulership, that was in power, is no longer in power. It's a changing of the guard. And I feel like you guys have been going through this transformation, right? You see the flower of life here, this blooming, this certain depth to an older cycle, right? That may had to do with a certain level of lack or a certain level of not being in your power, or not receiving or knowing your true worth, right? But with this transformation coming in, and then it's clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, she definitely knows her worth, right? Queen of Pentacles is just as abundant as the King of Pentacles, taking on that energy, if not sometimes more, because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who can juggle, who can balance finances very well and can do more things at once. While the King of Pentacles energy a lot of times is more fixed and like focused on one major goal. The Queen of Pentacles can have this going and that going and this going. So some of you guys have multiple streams of income that's happening, definitely. But overall, it's talking about this level of confidence, this level of beauty, of self-esteem, right? Of worthiness that I feel is coming from this Queen of Pentacles. Because look at her. Like, she knows who she is, right? She knows how beautiful she is. Like, she's just looking like, what? Like, yeah, but still humble at the same time, right? She's not flossing, but she is dripping. Like, she is dripping with the juice, like, of that swag, that confidence. So I feel like this is the transformation that's definitely happening. And I feel like because the dive was so deep for some of you guys, right? It took a certain level of adjustment to come into this new energy, is what I've been feeling definitely for the month of October, because you dived so deep and the transformation was so vast that you needed some time to kind of be like, whoa, because sometimes you can find yourself in such a new place, in such a land of the unknown, right? That you don't even know, like, like what's going on. Like, hold on, like, none of this energy is familiar. None of my surroundings are familiar. Right? And like I said, if you go that deep and go into that much pressure and darkness, when you come back up to the surface, things may look totally different. Because you're totally different, right? Pisces transformation. So the Queen of Pentacles does talk about being able to balance these newer energies and being able to balance this new abundance and this new, right, confidence, this new level of swag at the end of the day. Because it is all brand new, and it is talking about a brand new cycle that's coming in again with the Ten of Pentacles, that you've completed an older cycle. And in this new cycle, I feel like there has been an adjustment period for a lot of Pisces. Like, hold on, let me get my bearings. Like, let me see what's going on. Like, right? Because Libra really closed out some older cycles with that Libra energy, the balancing of the scales, right? Let's keep it moving. Now, for some of you Pisces, what's happening is you're taking on this Three of Pentacles energy also. So whatever you're doing when it comes down to work or business, right? Whatever you're doing for money, it's like you're being elevated at this time. Elevated beyond your peers. Definitely going into the end of October, into November. And it's like, you may have a lot of people looking at you for the blueprint. Like, what is it that Pisces is doing? What is it that you're like, how are you doing this? What is it that you do? Give us some best practices. Like, how can we get to that level, right? Because these other people are looking at you while you're up presenting something, right? While you're trying to kind of teach them the equation and the formula, or not even really teaching them the equation or the formula. It's like you're just showing the equation or formula that you came up for success, right? But it's like all they can do is really look on and see. I don't think that most of them are going to be able to figure out how you did it. They just recognize that you did it. I kind of picture somebody, sometimes I see movies like where there are these people that are in physics or they're in mathematics or whatever, and they're at universities, and it's all these people that are trying to figure out the same problem or trying to come up with a new theory or solve something, right? I think I saw the movie with Stephen Hawkins that was like that, the theory of everything. And then there's another movie like that, the A Beautiful Mind, right? And then another movie comes to mind, Good Will Hunting. But in all these movies, it's like these people that are very smart. They're around a lot of other people who are very smart and very uh, capable, is what I want to say. But to solve this equation, it takes a certain kind of mind. It takes a certain type of insight. It takes a certain type of person. And so on all these movies, it's like these people who have this insight, they are able to come in and solve this equation or come up with these new theories or, right, change the laws of physics in a certain type of way and discover like these new planes of existence, right? Or these new patterns, whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm not trying to go that deep into it, right? But I'm just trying to relay the message that this is what you're doing in the month of October going into November, and people are looking on like, how did you figure that out? I've been trying to work on this forever, right? Like, I've been reading the manual and trying to put the signs together and add the right equations. Like, how did you just come over here with your purple outfit on and figure it out just like that? And what I'm saying is the reason that you are able to do this is because of how deep you've swimmed into this astral energy, into these deep waters, into your own depths, Pisces, for sure. And you're coming out with this magic, and people are like, how are you? What? Right? It's like you're using this spiritual technology, is what I feel, because to me, that's what magic is. It's spiritual technology. And by these, spiritual technologies that you have gained through your deep dives, you're able to start solving these problems, these equations that other people just were not able to do, right? King of Swords energy. King of Swords. This is that thinking energy, that logical, that observing energy that maybe you've been in for a while, but this is also talking about a certain mentality, you standing in your truth, right? You standing and being confident in your findings, the things that you have observed, the conclusions that you have come to, and being able to communicate that in a direct way, right? Being able to be very communicative and being very clear about your truth and where you stand and how you're representing yourself and how you're uh, displaying or expressing your truth, right? This is good. And this is why you have the Three of Pentacles. You may have a lot of people wanting to crowd around you or recognize you or collaborate with you or team up with you because they're like, you're on to something, right? You're putting some people in awe is what I feel. The second half of October, definitely going into November. And all of this has to do with this magician energy that you're in, this dripping that's dripping off of you because of this deep dive. Yes, this magical energy. All right, let's keep it going into your future energy, and then we will wrap it up, Pisces. We have the Ten of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, Ten of Wands, right? Clarified by the Six of Cups. This is talking about a certain cycle, right? Because we already said that certain cycles have been completing, or there has been a completion. And the Ten of Wands is talking about a completion of a burdensome cycle that was maybe heavy for you. And this could have been surrounding a soulmate, right? Or love interest, or something along the lines of that with the Six of Cups. It's also always talking about a soulmate, right? Or it doesn't have to be love all the time. It could be a friendship. It could be family members. It could be relationships in general, right? But there is a certain completion with soulmate relationships, right, that may have been burdensome to you. And I feel like this is part of this transformation. This is part of this level up. This is part of this magic that you're taking on, where you're no longer kind of dealing with the same type of connections or relationships that could have been burdensome to you, that could have been painful, hurtful, could have slowed you down, slow your progress down. Definitely. So if this is like a specific person, this could be a wrap up of a certain soulmate connection. Possibly for some of you guys, this could be like someone coming in from the past, definitely, that you have had a long history with, because the Ten of Wands could talk about history, going through a lot of challenges with a certain someone, which is possible, Pisces, right? But I do feel like a lot of this energy is new that you're in. So if someone does coming back from the past, is like, do you really want to deal with that? You know, because if they are, I'm certain that it's because you're glowing. I'm certain it's because they see the glow up, right? I'm certain it's because they see this elevation, this recognition that you're getting, this new energy that you're in. And like I said, you're going to have the communication coming in because people are recognizing this Empress energy that you're in. And it's like, oh, and it's really just energetic. But definitely you could have some older energies coming back around, possibly. Or you could be just wrapping that up totally. Knight of Swords is here, right? Clarified by the King of Cups. So, air sign, definitely. Could be dealing with an air sign, or it could be, you know, an air sign that's wanting to charge in, you know, with that Six of Cups energy. But you're right here, King of Cups, right? And so on one level, I see that maybe you, and maybe if it has to do with this soulmate that you have history with, that has been burdensome with, you two could be possibly going in different ways for some of you Pisces, or there's like this attraction that's happening with the Knight of Swords that's like coming towards you, but you're focused on something else, or you're not, you know, hearing it, you know. His back is turned towards this Knight of Swords. So you could be in your power with the King of Cups. You could be tuned in, right? You could be glowing up, doing your thing, focused on the manifestations that you're bringing in currently. And then you have this knight that's wanting to just, you know, come in because the glow is there. And so there may be some contemplation here, because I'm looking at his face. It's like he's thinking about it, but overall, you know, it's possible there may be a turning of your back towards this person, right? The cold shoulder is what I see with him looking away. Or not wanting to give his cup, again, if it's somebody that's has already been dealt with, right? Ten of Wands is talking about a completion, wrapping it up. All right, and then we have the King of Pentacles here, clarified by the Four of Swords. Once again, I feel this is talking about this abundance that you're coming into, this confidence, this self-worth, right? This attractive energy where you know your worth. And this is really putting you at ease with the Four of Swords. Sorry about the background noise. But it's really putting you into a place of relaxation because, like I said, I don't think that's where you guys were before. You could have been in this place where it just wasn't happening, right? But now that you're coming to this place, right, it's like that's the King of Pentacles. Wealthy, able to share his abundance. And it's something about that that's putting your mind at ease, which it should. It would for anyone. If you made that jump from this energy all the way into this energy. And that's what I feel is happening. Like, just like that. So, yeah, why do I say that? Because the cards say that. Right under that, we have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Death card once again. So this is this shift, this major tectonic shift. The ground moving up under you, right? Earthquake, bringing in a brand new karmic cycle. Right? The gears of the universe turning in your favor. Wheel of Fortune talks about abundance. It talks about luck. It talks about destiny. Right? It talks about things coming into alignment within divine timing. Yes. And we have the Death card here talking about a death and a rebirth. An ending and a new beginning that's happening, representing everything that I already talked about in your reading. Yes. So it's definitely here, right? And that Death card is definitely so matching the energy of the end of October, right? Halloween. This may be around the time where you really see the biggest shift or really recognize how much things have shifted, right? On the 31st of October, going into the 1st of November, this brand new clean slate, abundance, confident energy, mind at ease, relaxing into who you are, your authenticity, your magic. All right, Pisces, let's wrap it up with your fairy card. You have release. It says, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Yes. And that's what I feel like is happening. The releasing of this older cycle, right? The completion of an older cycle financially, right? Within relationships and within love. And overall, in general, of your life, your path, your purpose, your destiny. A completion of one level of it into the next level, the next chapter, the next journey. So Pisces, thank you for tuning in. I'm wrapping it up right there for you guys. Hopefully that resonated. Follow me on IG posts because I have been, like I said, out of commission. If you don't follow me already, that's Chris Anthony 14LBS, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. I also will have personal readings open once again. If you want a more in-depth reading, you can email me about that. All of the information will be in the description of the video. And I will see you guys next reading, next month, November. Let's do it.